What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Box Attack. I'm Dom, and we are here, well, you can see, we're here inside of the Funko booth at New York Comic Con 2019. And I'm gonna give you guys the inside scoop. We're gonna check out some of the exclusives here, a lot of the new stuff that they have sitting out, so let's get started. So of course, we are gonna take a look at the entire booth here, all the exclusives, and just kind of check everything out. So if you've never been to a Comic-Con, you really don't know how the inner workings of the Funko booth are. I mean, you can see here that we constantly have people restocking pops to the wall. There's a line back here, people come through the line, they mark down what they want, and then you have people that run and grab the pops and bring them to the front and basically check you out for everything. So it's kind of an intricate process here. There's always bodies moving around, there's a lot of stuff happening, and it's very interesting. It's a very beautiful ballet dance, if I might add. So basically the experience here is you walk up from the line to the counter and you pick the pops that you want. Now you can see the ones that are crossed out here mean that those are actually out of stock for the day, and well, actually for the con, because today is the last day. But you just pick what you want and you write it down on the sheets of paper that they give you. They put them all in a bag, grab them from the wall, give them to you, and you are good to go, and you kind of head out this way. They're actually kind of tech forward here. They're using mobile scanners and iPads along with square readers to check people out in terms of paying for your stuff. So yeah, if you've never been here before, that is how this works. Like I said, these mobile scanners are cool. This is how they scan the box, and that transmits to the iPad here. And then from the iPad, they have a wireless connection to the card reader, which gets you all checked out of the booth. It's pretty cool stuff. All right, so I'm here with Ashley at the Funko booth, and I just had a couple of questions for you about kind of Funko in general.
Yes.
So first one is, I want to know what, as a company, like what's been the greatest accomplishment for Funko in 2019?
Oh, we've done so much this year. I would say, my personal opinion, would probably be Funko Games. We just launched Funkoverse. That's something when I started with the company, almost 4 years ago, I wouldn't have thought we would have done or kind of, tapped into. But I think, possibilities are endless as far as that goes. So.
That's cool. Yeah, I like the Funko. They come with little pops too.
I know. It's an awesome size. It's not quite a mini, but it's not a full pop. So.
Yeah, it's great. Okay, so the next question is, as far as goals go in the future, what do you guys as a company plan to do? So I know you've been kind of jumping into diverse categories, like you mentioned the games and then the cosmetics and stuff like that
definitely.
too. So. What's the roadmap from here? I know you got secrets you can't tell, but I mean, in generally speaking, what do you plan to accomplish for 2020?
I think the possibilities are endless. Our Hollywood store is opening late this year, so that's going to be a great experience for fans and kind of opening our world up a little bit more that way. So I'm super excited about getting more retail space. I hope we do more stores in the future. But yeah, the possibilities are endless. Funko is such a fast fashion company that you don't really know what we're going to do, 3 months down the line, 6 months down the line. We have big picture ideas, but it can change at any time. Yeah,
the Hollywood store is great. That's such a great location too. Oh my gosh.
I know, it's huge too. It's almost 3 times the size of our current retail store.
And that's pretty big too.
So, yeah, it's going to be a good experience.
Okay, last question, I promise. What is your favorite exclusive from the con?
I would say I have 2, so I'm gonna cheat a little bit.
What's the first place winner though?
Polly the Pigeon is the mascot we made for New York Comic Con, so I think that's a great exclusive. And then also the Pop Pez girl, the blonde, and her little Funko Pop Pez. So.
I actually have a question about Polly that I'm sure a lot of people are curious about. So, Toucan from San Diego Comic Con was an ad icon, but Polly is not. Why is Polly just an icon?
Because that is the official mascot of San Diego Comic Con. We created Polly internally, so
that's kind of where it comes from.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Well, that's good to know. All right, well, thanks for the time.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, so we're gonna start from the left side and kind of go all the way around at things. And well, up at the top is definitely one of my favorites. So right here, and actually a little bit closer right here, we have Mickey on the Matterhorn bobsled. This thing is pretty rad. Like I said, this is probably one of my favorites this year, but we do have a lot of the larger pops here as well. Like we have Madame Maxime, and we have Wrecking Ball here from Overwatch. This one's pretty cool, pretty big pop. Obviously you can tell that that's a 6-inch. And then hiding on the side here, we do have the X-Men Dark Phoenix pop and tee combo, which I actually picked up as well. That t-shirt looks super rad. And right below that, you can see that we have Kevin with the Up House. And well, I mean, obviously, how can you go wrong? This thing is absolutely beautiful. So behind me right here, we have a lot of the new Funkoverse games. And I'm actually excited to try some of these out. Let me know if you want me to check out these, maybe do a video on some of the Funkoverse games. Let me know in the comment section. But I have to say, I'm pretty interested in this DC version right here. Like I said, you get these like kind of medium-sized, like 2-3 inch pops in here that look pretty cool in my opinion. And of course we do have like Harry Potter up here, and we also have another DC one. I'm kind of sad-faced that there's not a DC one that has a Flash pop in it, but okay, whatever. And then we have some other stuff like the Golden Girls, which is pretty cool. Rick and Morty, obviously, fan favorite right there. The Funkoverse games though, I don't know, let me know what you think about them in the comment section. They're pretty interesting. All right, so up over here we have the 5-star figures. These are the Scott Pilgrim figures, and those are pretty rad. Scott Pilgrim has just a huge fandom behind it, but below that, we have the New York Comic Con exclusive Polly Pigeon. We have them in the black shirts, and we have them in the red one over here. These ones are pretty nice, and they're icons, and well, you heard the explanation behind that whole thing, but we also have the Samurai Jack 2-pack here as well, which I think is pretty cool. And below that, the Green Hornet and Kato. They have been making a lot of Green Hornet pops. Let me know what you think about those. And then, of course, the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance, and these ones just look so unique. So obviously we took a look at the Polly Pigeons. That's definitely a cool one. Up here, we do have the Blunt Man and Chronic 2-pack, which is pretty rad in my opinion. And we have from Avatar the Cabbage Man and Cart, and that's kind of a dynamic one because you have the Cart and the Cabbage Man separate. And then of course, everybody's favorite, or seems to be, we have the 1,500 piece Pink Chrome Batman. So obviously, yeah, this is like some fire right here, but this is almost even more fire. So this is a vinyl Freddy Funko. It's the Ron English exclusive. This is a limited piece as well from the con. And I mean, look at, just the box looks so cool. Like, I just love the design that they went with on here. Now below that, we have another Freddy Funko. Now this is Freddy Funko as a police officer. I mean, how fitting for New York Comic Con for him to be dressed up as a member of the NYPD. Down here though, this thing is pretty cool as well. Yeah, Freddy Funko as a cop. You can't beat it. All right, so in this section right here, we do have some of the Toy Tokyo exclusives at the booth. We do have Baseball Fury up at the top from the Warriors, and then HR Puffin Stuff Pops. We have Clang and Kling and Witchy Poo. Now, another one of my favorites here is Donald Duck as a firefighter, and I just think it's cute. I don't know, it's just a good pop all around. All right, so over here we do have some of the Disney, DC, Marvel stuff. Up at the top, we have Benson from Toy Story 4, and that thing is cool. Now we do have this guy, the Mandalorian, and this one is pretty sweet. They've been coming out with a lot of cool Mandalorian pops recently. Below that, we do have the Sand Trooper as well. And one of my personal favorites, Stan Lee as an astronaut from Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I mean, how can you go wrong with that one? Now, unfortunately, down here, I think that this is where Mr. Tony Stark used to be Iron Man, but it appears that he got dusted. All right, so like I said, we're still on that comic theme here. We have a lot of these Marvel 80 Years pops. Up here, we do have Captain Marvel, and we have Miss Marvel right below that. That one's pretty cool. I love these 80 Years boxes. They just look phenomenal. We do also have Nick Fury here as well. This is OG Nick Fury, in case you weren't familiar with that. And then from Borderlands, we have the Butt Stallion. And this one's just cool because it's like kind of sparkly and shiny. It's a really cool looking pop though. Now right below that, we do have the glow-in-the-dark Dark Voyager. Glow-in-the-dark Dark Voyager. That one's kind of tricky. All right, so wrapping up the kind of the heroes section, we have Huntress up here, which does look pretty cool in the purple costume as well. And then below that, we have the Wacky Races and also Clyde right here from that as well. Now, Rick and Morty, like I said, fan favorite. Who doesn't like Rick and Morty, right? If you're not watching it, you should be. We have Shrimp Rick and Shrimp Morty. And on the back of that box, there's actually some pretty cool sneak peeks into what's coming in the line. So of course, up top, one of the favorites right here, Vampire Mr. Burns, the Treehouse of Horror from The Simpsons. I mean, that is just a classic all around. I grew up on The Simpsons personally, so that one and Evil Groundskeeper Willie are both freaking amazing. Look at the claws on his rake there. Like, this thing just looks awesome all around. Now, if you're a fan of anime, you probably love the Stain and Dobby pops from My Hero Academia. Both of these are really, really rad. I'm so glad they started doing villains from this series too, because everybody was wondering for a while, when are they gonna do that, you know? So of course we had All for One, and now we have Dobby and Stain. And down here, I'm sure this is everybody's favorite, right? Hello Kitty. This is the Lady Liberty Hello Kitty, actually, and I think that she looks pretty cool, you know? It's a very cool take on Hello Kitty, in my opinion. And I just think, I mean, so far what we've seen, all this stuff, absolute fire. All right, so behind me, if you're a fan of Dragon Ball Z, they got a Vegeta Pop here, and we have Piccolo. A lot of people are going crazy over these because, I mean, the fandom, the amount of people that are into Dragon Ball stuff is just absolutely insane. I personally don't collect it, but there's a lot of cool stuff happening there. We do also have some ad icons, some Pez ad icons. So we have Mimic the Monkey, and we have the blonde Pez girl. Now there are 2 other variants of these that are commons that you can actually pick up. I personally order them from GameStop myself, but let's check out below that. I know we got a little thing in the way. We have Daria, and if you haven't seen this show, I recommend checking it out. Now, next to it there, we have some Doctor Who hotness, and this guy just looks really awesome all around. But I mean, it wouldn't be an amazing New York Comic-Con without this pop right here. We have Dwight from The Office, and he's holding his bobblehead. I mean, how perfect is that? So we are just about rounding things off as far as what's available here at the Funko booth during New York Comic Con 2019. We have Susie from Stranger Things, which she's pretty cute. Look at her. She's holding, what is she holding? I don't even know what she's holding. I don't know. Let me know what you think she's holding in the comments section. And we do have our Game of Thrones pop. Obviously, I think that they should definitely make a headless version of this. No spoilers, but I'm just saying. We do have Britta Perry as well from Community. I know there's kind of a big niche audience for the show. I've actually never seen it, but I hear good things about it. Now, over here, this is our final section. Up at the top here, we got Edgar Allan Poe. I mean, come on, what a classic in time, right? We do also have Debbie Harry right here. Now, this is probably one of the greatest sports pops to come out. We have Babe Ruth. If you don't know who Babe Ruth is, get out of here, right? But let's move down a little bit here. All right, so right here we do have Gene Mitchell, and below that, Keith Haring as well. And this Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Okay, this thing is awesome. This is Slim. If you're not familiar with it, definitely Google that stuff. And we also do have a Dune pop here as well, along with 2001 Space Odyssey, Dr. Frank Poole. And right above that, we have one more Harry Potter pop. We have Filch and Miss Norris. So, I mean, basically that's kind of everything that we had here. Right here, well, this was Marty McFly, but unfortunately he is gone for the day. So as far as all of the exclusives go, I mean, that is pretty much a look at everything here from the Funko booth. One thing actually that I didn't show you, well, you probably saw it in a previous video. This right here, Polly the Pigeon t-shirt, this thing, super rad. But like I said, I mean, this is pretty much what you get in here at New York Comic Con. A lot of these are shared. There's a few that aren't, and if you want to pick them up, you know, you can still get those online. So I definitely recommend to check that out. But I mean, huge props to Funko for letting me come back here and give you guys kind of a private tour of everything that goes on here. All the intricacies, all of the exclusives that they have, everything like that. And I don't know, I want to know which one is your favorite in the comment section below. Let me know your favorite exclusive from New York Comic Con. And, you know, leave this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Let Funko know that you enjoyed me coming in here and showing you this off so I can do this at other conventions in the future. Also, if you're new around here, subscribe to the channel and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when new videos like this drop in the future. Really, really appreciate all the support, everyone. Huge shout out to everybody that's a part of the Box Attack Army on Patreon. Link below if you want to check that out, as well as a link to the Box Attack Universe Facebook group. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. Once again, this has been Box Attack. I'm Dom, and we'll catch you later.